Section 8. Motive, preparation, and previous or subsequent conduct. Any fact is relevant which shows or constitutes a motive or preparation for any fact in issue or relevant fact. The conduct of any party or of any agent to any party to any suit or proceeding in reference to such suit or proceeding or in reference to any fact in issue therein or relevant thereto, and the conduct of any person an offence against whom is the subject of any proceeding is relevant if such conduct influences or is influenced by any fact in issue or relevant fact, and whether it was previous or subsequent thereto. Explanation 1. The word conduct in this section doesn't include statements unless those statements accompany and explain acts other than statements. But this explanation is not to affect the relevancy of statements under any other section of this Act. Explanation 2. When the conduct of any person is relevant, any statement made to him or in his presence and hearing which affects such conduct is relevant. Illustrations. A. A is tried for the murder of B. The facts that A murdered C, that B knew that A had murdered C, and that B had tried to extort money from A by threatening to make his knowledge public are relevant. B. A sues B upon a bond for the payment of money. B denies the making of the bond. The fact that at the time when the bond was alleged to be made, B required money for a particular purpose is relevant. C. A is tried for the murder of B by poison. The fact that before the death of B, A procured poison similar to that which was administered to B is relevant. D. The question is whether a certain document is the will of A. The facts that not long before the date of the alleged will, A made inquiry into matters to which the provisions of the alleged will relate, that he consulted vakils in reference to making the will, and that he caused drafts or other wills to be prepared of which he didn't approve are relevant. E. A is accused of a crime. The facts that either before or at the time of or after the alleged crime, A provided evidence which would tend to give the facts of the case an appearance favorable to himself, or that he destroyed or concealed evidence or prevented the presence or procured the absence of persons who might have been witnesses or suborned persons to give false evidence respecting it are relevant. F. The question is whether A robbed B. The facts that after B was robbed, C said in A's presence, "The police are coming to look for the man who robbed B," and that immediately afterwards A ran away, are relevant. G. The question is whether A owes rupees to B 10,000. The fact that A asked C to lend him money, and that D said to C in A's presence and hearing, "I advise you not to trust A, for he owes B 10,000 rupees," and that A went away without making any answer, are relevant facts. H. The question is whether A committed a crime. The fact that A absconded after receiving a letter warning him that inquiry was being made for the criminal and the contents of the letter are relevant. I. A is accused of a crime. The facts that after the commission of the alleged crime he absconded or was in possession of property or the proceeds of property acquired by the crime or attempted to conceal things which were or might have been used in committing it are relevant. J. The question is whether A was ravished. The facts that shortly after the alleged rape she made a complaint relating to the crime, the circumstances under which and the terms in which the complaint was made are relevant. The fact that without making a complaint she said that she had been ravished is not relevant as conduct under this section, though it may be relevant as a dying declaration under section 32 clause 1 or as corroborative evidence under section 157. K. The question is whether A was robbed. The fact that soon after the alleged robbery he made a complaint relating to the offense, the circumstances under which and the terms in which the complaint was made are relevant. The fact that he said he had been robbed without making any complaint is not relevant as conduct under this section, though it may be relevant as a dying declaration under section 32 clause 1 or as a corroborative evidence under section 157.